One thing I think that's true about being an entrepreneur is that it gives you strength. Don't get me wrong, it's tough. It takes all your time and swallows all your thoughts. But it means you've got to focus. There's a point on the horizon you're trained on. When you're feeling wiped, when you can't decide if it's worth it, you can think about that thing you're striving for. Soon, you're ready to get pulled in for another round. There was a time in my life when I thought things were really tough and they weren't going to get any better. Right when I finished school. I had loans, I was broke. So, I started looking for work right away. I'd done a couple internships, but both places were in hiring freezes. They couldn't think about taking me on. I moved back in with my folks. It was a bad time for finding work all around, but I was deliberate about it. I didn't apply for just anything. I knew exactly what I wanted in a job. Something creative, where I could bring my experience as an entrepreneur. I wanted to be around other smart people who got stuff done. I spent a lot of time reading websites of different companies. I wanted to scope things out, get a sense of where I'd get the right foothold. It was a slow process. First, I stayed at home to write my resume, to look for what I'd find, which wasn't much. I spent a couple months just thinking what to say when I would get the chance to show my stuff. The odds are you'll flounder a while. You'll think you'll never move. The thing I called my break was nothing quite so grand as I would sometimes try to make it sound. I worked a couple jobs, but nothing I had planned. I helped my parents' friend clean out her house. The odds are you'll have no free time. You'll never see your friends. The thought of a time when it ends, it sounds like a joke. It's a shock to have something less. You think you've worked. You haven't yet. It's not like I can say I've got some great advice. If there's a time in life when you get stuck. One day I got a call. They didn't ask me twice. I think I was this close to giving up. But I didn't give up. That's the thing. Thomas Edison had hundreds of failures before he got the light bulb right. So, what was another day writing cover letters? Doing all this work ended up being really interesting. I learned a lot about local businesses, what seemed to drive the economy, who'd stuck around, that sort of thing. Like I said, you can learn a lot just from looking. Another thing about being an entrepreneur is that You don't always know why you do things, but you know you have to do them. You're following your nose a lot. I got a lot of flack from my parents when I was unemployed. They thought I was screwing around, but I wasn't. I had something really specific in my head. I was trying to make it real. It's like Archimedes said, give me a place to stand and I'll move the world. I was looking for that place, but it meant I had to do a lot of searching and a lot of waiting.